Hello, friends. Hi. Hello, welcome to my show. Thank you for watching. Welcome. This is Attorney Marina Shepelsky joining you live here from New York. And this is our weekly immigration news show where we talk about U.S. immigration. I answer your questions. Of course, a lot of your questions have to do with your cases. And I want to emphasize that whatever we say here is not meant to be legal advice. Of course, we'd love to give you legal advice, but for that, you would have to call our office. If you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, my information is on the bottom of the screen. You can text us, you can email us, you can write us in WhatsApp, you can call us. We have all kinds of ways to get in touch. And we'll set up a private, confidential legal consultation with one of our attorneys or paralegals, and we can figure out the right strategy for your case and then discuss it. But of course, I will answer your questions as I always do. I've been doing this for a couple of years already, and most of these are strategy related. Most of these are related to very common questions that a lot of people don't know and don't understand about immigration law. So it's super important that we talk about it. Every single person that comes to our office, I just had 3 consults yesterday, says the same thing, that they appreciate that everything in a simple way. Yeah. So I had to learn it myself, and I'm one of those people that's smart, but I like to think of things in very simple and direct ways. And lawyers tend to over legalize, to make everything too legalese, and that's really intimidating for people who are already intimidated by this whole system. And another thing that I want to talk about is some people who have come and talked to us 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now they're coming back and saying they were afraid to start. Or maybe they say, I've been watching you for like 2 years on Instagram, and they're afraid to come for a consultation. I don't want anybody to be afraid. We're super, chill, relaxed. We have, no interest at all in making anybody's life harder than it is. If you hire us, if you even hire us for a consultation, we try to make your life easier. And that is the point of hiring a lawyer. I just had a personal issue that I dealt with that was super hard in my office. And, I hired a lawyer, and yesterday I won my case. I don't want to get into the details, but I wrote to this lawyer, and I want you guys to know I'm the same way in every area of my life. I practice what I preach. When I tell you hire a good lawyer, make your life easier, I do the same thing. I spend my money and I work just as hard as all of you, believe me, on hiring a lawyer when I have problems that I need to resolve in my personal life. And I wrote to this attorney. I said, thank you so much. I'm so full of gratitude to you. This is why people need lawyers to win cases. Okay? Yes, you are you going to win? No. This immigration system has gotten super complex, even for someone like myself. Literally, when I go on vacation and I don't look at the news and I try to disengage, when I come back, it takes me a day or two to get back into everything that's happened when I was on vacation, because things change like this in this area of law. And it's the most complicated area of law I have ever seen. Okay. And I chose it because I'm an immigrant and I had a really traumatic experience coming here as a teenager. And I do this because I don't want my clients and the people who are watching me to go through everything that we have gone through and to have this traumatic experience. We are looking to make your life easier. Yes, you're going to have to send us paperwork. Yes, you're gonna have to fill out some questionnaires because while I am looking to make your life easier, I cannot know all your biographical details. I don't know when you met your wife and when you got divorced or whatever. But the one thing we do know is how to do our job, and you don't have to do our job when you hire us. And I think that's a really great thing about hiring a lawyer. I've hired lawyers many times in my life because I cannot specialize in everything. We do immigration and we do divorces in New York and New Jersey. That's it. I used to do closings early in my career, people buying, selling, leases, corporate. I stopped doing it because I don't do enough of it now to keep up with everything that's going on in this field. So I hire lawyers sometimes too when I need something super complicated and I can't figure it out on my own. I hire lawyers. And yesterday I won a big case that person and I'm so grateful that I had a specialist on my side. In fact, I had two specialists. There was the partner lawyer and an associate. And the assistant always sent me the good. They wanted a big case for me. And for this, I'm grateful. And I hope that you guys can value the work that we do as well and value the fact that I do this without getting paid. I don't get monetized from YouTube. Only because I want to spread this information. Of course, I want you to know who we are and have our phone number. Of course, I'm not an altruist 100%, and it's not like I'm hiding it. My information is on the bottom of the screen, but I want this information out there for people who want to hire a good attorney and understand the process. And we are partners with you when we work together. You are in this process with us. In terms of immigration news, well, let's start talking about it. President Biden is considering legalizing spouses of U.S. citizens. Of course, there's already existing law that helps with that. The existing law helps spouses of U.S. citizens who entered with a visa or like a European visa waiver and who don't have prior immigration problems, right? He wants to legalize every other spouse of U.S. citizen, people who came with no visa, people who have an old deportation, people who came with another person's passport or just like a fraudulent passport, people who have a deportation left or were deported and re-entered. And altogether, they're saying it's an estimated 1.1 million people who can get legalized through this proposal. It's just a conversation right now. No real law has been put forth, but he wants to do this through an executive order. And experts are saying that if he can do this, then the next step, of course, if he gets reelected, that's another condition to this. If Biden stays on as president in the next term, he might legalize everyone else in the same way. It's called parole in place. So if you are a spouse of U.S. citizen and you have all these other problems, you will get kind of like a visa status by getting parole in place. And then will allow you to file for the regular green card through marriage, adjustment of status and get a work permit while you're waiting and the status. If that works, then other categories of undocumented immigrants could get legalized too. So this is a big one, and I hope this goes through. I really do. Um, if you ask me who I'm going to vote for in the next election, I'm probably going to say neither Trump nor Biden. I'm going to go with the independent candidate, RFK, the son of Robert F. Kennedy, who used to be the U.S. attorney, and of course, he was the brother of JFK, John F. Kennedy, one of the most loved U.S. presidents, very complicated person, of course, not maybe the ideal person. He had a mistress, Marilyn Monroe, and others during his presidency, but this was his brother, and this is the brother's son now, who's the independent candidate. A lot of political experience, comes from a political family, knows everyone, not too old, just the right touch. So that's the idea. The idea that I'm not going to vote for Biden. He's too old, even though I like some of the things he's been doing. And I'm not. Look, I live here too. Yes, I'm an immigration lawyer, but I live in this country, and it's embarrassing that we have a president. This is not him who's doing these proposals, by the way. This is his team And hopefully, if we have a Democrat as the president, this will stay. But anyway, here I am being honest. All right, let's start talking about your questions. And Joseph says, "Nice this morning, my lovely Lord. Happy new month of May to you and your family. Thank you for your help. Thank you for watching." Oh, while you're watching, drop me a comment about where you guys are right now. Where are you watching me from? This is really cool. I'd love to see this and give shout outs to different places. I'm going to be going to Florida next week and probably miss our live. We'll see. We'll see. We'll be posting about it. But anyway, Maria says, who people married U.S. citizens? I have no intern lineage. I have two children U.S. born. I have no visa. No anything. Oh, okay. Give us a quote to discuss something called cancellation of removal. This is a green card for people with little kids in the U.S. And because the kids need to be in the U.S., this is a good legalization. Shahzada Malik says open to motion to reopen asylum case. Now how long it takes? I already wait for 8 years. It might take a year or two sometimes. The motions to reopen, when it goes to the judge denied your case. If it goes to the judge or if it goes to the Board of Immigration Appeals, it depends where's the last place that denied you. Might take a couple of years. It's not quick. Oh, so I guess it's already been a year. Yeah, it might take a couple of years. Pauline Robinson says, hello, attorney, first time in your life. Thank you for joining. Amazing. Thank you. I filed a VAWA petition. I got a prima facie approval, but I have a case in immigration court that was administratively closed. Can I reopen it with a prima facie letter? You can try. It depends on the judge. Okay? Uh, some judges will accept the prima facie and just close out your case, they'll reopen it and put you on the calendar. Some judges will say, no, everything stays as is. And the fact that you have it administratively closed means they probably took it off the judge's calendar. It might not even go back to the same judge you had. So honestly, Pauline, you can try. I'm not against trying, but there's no guarantee here that it will be approved. Okay, you can try. I'm not against trying here. It depends. Ngozi says she prays this amnesty works. I do too, believe me. Let's see what's going on Instagram with your questions. And thank you for watching me Instagram. Drop in the comments where you're watching me from. I want to hear some of your participation here. I don't like talking to myself. Han Squash says, hello, ma'am. I was granted and now have my green card. I have TR document. I'm from Pakistan. Can I travel to Afghanistan to meet my family? I guess you have asylum based. Can I meet them in Afghanistan? I haven't seen my family for 5 years. Yes, as long as you don't go back to your home country where you received asylum from, you can meet your family. By the way, if you're going to Afghanistan, prepare for extensive background checks because some countries, unfortunately, like Afghanistan, are on immigration's radar for terrorism. They will be doing extra background checks for you. Ali Hamza 94 says, hey, any rough idea how much time it will take by embassy to respond back on the submitted GS 55354 form? It depends. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks. Sometimes it might take a few months. It depends. People are saying, hi, how are you? Hans Squash is watching from California. Hello, sunny state, the Sunshine State of California. Idris Shiza is from Atlanta, Georgia. Nirmal Shingadlia is from Cyprus. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Mohammed says, I used the VAWA combination work authorization and advanced parole card to travel to Pakistan 2 days ago. I arrived back safely. Oh, see, people use advanced parole and they arrive back safely all the time. To all those watching me who are always asking, is it safe to travel with a travel document like advanced parole? Yes. Now, Mohammed wants to know, can I travel to Mexico? I have a Mexican visa. I think you can. Yes. Kasun Delana says, I sent my VAWA application I-360 in this April to the Nebraska Service Center. I would like to expedite my case. What is the address for expedite request mailing address? Same place, and you don't even have to do it on paper anymore. You can go to the website, uscis.gov, try to expedite on the website, but you know what? I think that on the website might not work for VAWA because it's confidential. So same address in Nebraska to mail your expedite request to. Watching from Florida, Ngozi, I will be by you, not by you personally, in your state next week. Good morning from Oklahoma. Hello. Dallas, Texas. Hello, hello. I had a consultation with somebody yesterday from Dallas, Texas. We are going to be doing a asylum case already in immigration court there. So I'm looking forward. Amaka Ejiofor says, hi, attorney, good morning. And a really cute black heart, hello. How does prima facie uh, work when one receives it when it's issued? Going by what you see in your law firm. Prima facie is given to everyone who sends in the three main things for VAWA. Proof of joint marriage, like bills together, witness letters, stuff like that, tax returns for some people. Proof of good moral character, meaning you haven't had arrests, you're not, or something minor is okay, but proof that you haven't had major arrests. And finally, proof of abuse. Again, witness letters, the basic apologist letter. Most people get it. Most people get the prima facie. After that, it takes about 3 years to get approved. 3 years from the first one. Sandra Diaz says, sorry, losing my voice, guys. Good morning. I had my cancellation of removal, 42B case, verbally approved in July of 2023. Based on my 19-year-old kid. My question is, if my kid ages out before the judge grants, what happened? Unfortunately, you're SOL. You're out of luck if that happens, sadly. Because if your kid ages out, they're no longer a child at the time the visa is available. And that's the whole point of why I always say in my videos, hey guys, if you have young kids, but it's not your fault, there's only like 10,000 visas a year issued, and yeah. So a VAWA combo card is when somebody who has a pending VAWA application files a green card application and work permit and advance parole based on that green card pending application. So then what happens is USCIS issues one card that works both as the advance parole for travel and for work. FM, hello, 4 months of administrative process. Is it normal? Yes, it's normal. Amaka wants to know how many prima facie does one receive before decision is made. Sometimes 4, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. Thank you from Joseph. Virginia Beach is watching. News Review is watching from Virginia Beach. Amaka says thank you. Harun says, my wife submitted my case, spouse I-130 petition, marriage-based petition. When approved my case, USCIS for next part affidavit fee, how much we can pay because USCIS changed fees and increased, we can pay the fee, the new fee, and they will tell you exactly how much to pay. They will email you the actual invoice, a bill to pay. And Osais Ogadan says, is Texas or Georgia a better place to file a marriage green card application? It's better to file where you actually live, and don't lie. But if you're choosing, I would say Georgia is a little bit better than Texas. If you're choosing a place to settle down with your spouse, don't lie about your address. I had a consultation yesterday from a gentleman from Pakistan. He had a case in Texas, and for his asylum court case, he moved it to San Francisco, and he's now in San Francisco. I said, get the San Francisco driver's license, set up a bill, set up a bank statement to this address, because he got an incredibly good judge. I checked on his judge. This judge has 93% approval rating. Almost everyone approves with him. So he says, I got a job offer in Texas. What do I do? I said, you cannot change your address. You have to stay in San Francisco. Make sure you document that you live in San Francisco. I can't tell you where to do, go physically, but you have to show where you reside by having ID, filing taxes with the San Francisco address, having bills and bank statements. I'm going to start wrapping up because my voice is like giving up on me today. Francis Aguichi says, since I received that my case was transferred to another service center and jurisdiction, it's been since November. I haven't received any new prima facie. What do I do? You can email the VAWA hotline. Just Google VAWA hotline and ask for a new prima facie. Joseph wants to know if somebody files for VAWA and one of the kids is 17 years old when he married, and the child benefit from that VAWA case if it's granted. It depends, Joseph, how old the child is now. Okay? If the child has aged out, that's fine. The child just has to file a separate petition from the parent. If the child is now under 21, when the parent files, that kid gets included and freezes their age because they're a VAWA dependent, just like asylum. It's the same idea. So if the kid, as of right now, before the filing of VAWA, is under 21, just go as the parent's derivative. If the kid is over 21, they can always show they were abused by this parent and file for the VAWA as a separate, their own case. Haroon has another question. Case actively reviewed by CIS. Is it good news? It doesn't mean anything great. It just means they're actively reviewing it. There's no guarantee this will be soon or fast. Hi, I've been waiting for USCIS to schedule my citizenship N400 case for 11 months now. I send them a lot of inquiries without any results. My case is in National Field Office. Anything I can do, any advice? Okay, I'm going to go to uscis.gov. And if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm going to share my screen, you guys, okay? All right. So I'm going to go here and do processing times. And then I'm going to go to the link for processing times. I will pick your form, N400. You can do this on your own. You don't need me for this. But I'm just doing it to demonstrate. And Nashville. So I picked your field office. I picked your form, and then now I'm going to click on processing now. 11 and a half months. So you've been waiting 11 months. I would give it another maybe 1 or 2 months. You'll hear from them. Okay. Don't stress. This is normal for Nashville. It's not out of abnormal times yet. Okay. So there you go. If you get approved for your T visa and they do biometrics and hit and run from 2007 pops up on your criminal record, that's the T visa cancel. Probably not, but this will come up when you file for your green card. I don't think they will take away your T visa, no. But the green card, this will come up about lying. All right, final looky look to Instagram. It's Jazz says, I'm upcoming international student. What are the options for me? Give us a quote. Let's do a consultation. We can discuss what are the options for you because there's so many things we can talk about. We can talk about your specific case when you call us and we talk. Alma DN77. If parents have green cards, how much time does it take for a dependent child over 21 in Pakistan to get a visa? Okay, current visa bulletin. I go to the visa bulletin, Google current visa bulletin. And then I open that link and then I look at May. And single child over 21 of permanent residence is the category F2B. And if you're not from India, They're looking at April 2016 right now. April 2016 in May of 2024. So 8 years, okay? 8 years it takes from the date you filed it, plus or minus around. Uh, Hans Squash says, thank you for helpful advice. If you're coming to California in the future, let me know. I'm a tennis coach and coach in the gym, and I will teach you how to play squash. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Um, um, Da Vinci 2563, this is my last question, says, how long is the wait for the I-485 adjustment of status in the National Benefit Center? Again, go to USCIS, go to processing times, go to I-485, go to family-based, I guess, and National Benefit Center will send it to your field office. But just to give you an example, your field office is Nashville, it's 22 and a half months. If you're in Los Angeles, it's 15 months. So it's like between 12, 13 months to like 23, 24 months, depending on where you live. Um, Um, Adding to the earlier question, this is 11 and a half months for a case to be completed with a final decision, not for them to schedule me. No, it's to schedule you for an interview. Joseph has another question. Someone filed for VAWA, and after a year filing VAWA, someone is trying to charge him for assault. It's still in court. Can that hurt his VAWA? It could hurt his VAWA, but let's wait for the criminal case to be over. And Joseph says, when I come to Maryland, let him know. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Thank you for all of your comments, your questions. Save them for next week. Thank you.